Are you looking for peace of mind at your doorstep? Look no further. With the Blink Video Doorbell, your home's entrance is always within your control. Check out the link in the video description to learn more and get your Blink Video Doorbell on Amazon. Your home is in your hands.
A nightmare neighbor was nicknamed Big Brother after forcing a couple out of their home with spy cameras and a smear campaign. Matthew Kenyon, 36, delved into the work and private lives of businessman Kerry and wife Rachel Stiles, who lived next door. He installed CCTV cameras to keep surveillance on the couple after they fell out over his BMW being damaged in a weather accident. While living side by side in the ironically named Pleasant Street in Widnes, Cheshire, Kenyon became so fixated with the Stiles, he wrote a series of poison pen emails, notes containing abusive and malicious statements. Kenyon's campaign against the couple also included complaints on an almost daily basis. Over a 10-month period, he sent letters to a Roman Catholic primary school where Mrs. Stiles was a teaching assistant to claim she and her husband mixed with prolific cocaine users. Mr. Stiles, who runs a construction firm, was also reported to his local council and to police after Kenyon discovered he was unwittingly employing a convicted rapist as one of his laborers. He even researched the background of visitors to their home in a bid to force them out of their £200,000 rented property. In one of a series of emails to the headmistress at Mrs. Stiles' school, Kenyon said of her friendship with another couple, "It revolves around snorting cocaine and hosting parties all the hours." As Mrs. Rachel Stiles is employed as a teaching assistant, she's responsible for children in her care. How responsible can she be for those children if she is off her head on drink and drugs? She even went out until 4 a.m. on the day after the Queen had passed away. Kenyon further claimed Mr. Stiles had been convicted of criminal damage, driving at a pedestrian, intimidation and other behaviors which he said were encouraged by his wife. One ranting email running 8 pages long and which copied in police, the local council and Ofsted read, "I am a bulldog with a wasp in my mouth and I never once back down. I know this will go back to them, but I do not care. Mr. Kerry Stiles and Mrs. Rachel Stiles both need to be drug tested. I will say until I am blue in the face. I do not want a convicted rapist visiting next door, neither do residents. This scumbag has overstayed his welcome in Widnes. They need to pack their bags. I suggest that the police get in touch with me with regards to the police complaint as I will be contacting them one last time today." Enough is enough. Mrs. Stiles, who suffers from cancer, was subjected to 2 official safeguarding investigations following Kenyon's allegations. This scumbag has overstayed his welcome in Widnes. They need to pack their bags. She kept her job after officials found no evidence of wrongdoing. Her husband sacked workman convicted of rape when told about his background, but he was still forced to pull out of a £3,500 renovation project offered to him by the school. The couple eventually moved out of their property in October last year. When quizzed by police, Kenyon was found to have spreadsheets documenting his neighbor's activity, and he further claimed to have seen the Stiles buy drugs from a barman. Have your own nightmare neighbor story? Contact leonard.owen at the-sun.co.uk. It emerged he had even put a letter through the Stiles' door saying he had reported them to the DVLA as the MOT of one of their vehicles was out of date. He was also banned from contacting the victims for 5 years under the terms of a restraining order. He denied wrongdoing. The message added, "It is not legal to be driven on the highway. You are not above the law." At Warrington Magistrates Court, Kenyon was convicted of stalking and ordered to pay the couple £1,500 in damages. The court heard Mr. and Mrs. Stiles moved into their property in 2017, but fell out with their neighbor when a gust of wind blew their van door against the bodywork of Kenyon's BMW. They began feuding about the cost of repairs and Mr. Stiles was reported to police after he was repeatedly caught on Kenyon's CCTV hurling abuse and on one occasion spraying the BMW with bleach. In 2022, Mr. Stiles was convicted of harassment and fined £160. But Kenyon then kick-started his campaign against Mr. and Mrs. Stiles in a spiteful attempt to have them moved on. In a victim statement, Mrs. Stiles said, "I was undergoing cancer treatment and this only add